Hello there. We're going to be doing a quick overview of Ghan. Ghan, who overall is a pretty good tank. Um, he can be used pretty much everywhere. And the fact that he's a lord, facilitates this a bit and makes it even better. But you can run him in the fighter codex built for damage because he scales off defense, so you can get some pretty decent numbers off of him. Sorry. While also, having him tank stuff and not need any healing. He has a pretty solid kit over round, so he does have an unkillable that will actually recharge. So it's not like Brock here and Reggie. It's just a one-off. He will basically become unkillable under 30% HP every so often. Um, and most of his attacks are basically just AoE. So that plus his increase to block means that for two codexes, actually, he excels. And for most other content in game, he has a true place in it. Um, Gearing wise, it's a tank, right? So just gear him like a tank. If you do have one defense main piece for a guardian or a tempered will set, I would probably consider just having at least one, simply because he does have an increase of defense every so often, and this will. I'm about 90% sure that this increase to defense will be post deployment, meaning it will be much more than what like the defense you're going to get from equipping gear here. It's going to be 30% of whatever value you have total here. So in our case, that would be roughly 8,000, 30% of 8,000, and not 30% of 4,000. All this to say that, yeah, you probably want to aim a little bit higher on defense than you would with a normal tank because of the scaling, but yeah. Artifact wise, I mean, if you, there's two situations really where you're going to be running Gun. Situation one, you want him to be a tank. You use Bastion Ring like every other fucking tank in the game. Situation number two, you're running him in a sort of damage oriented build, and you're going to want a Goddess's Grace. That's pretty much it. There's maybe some reason to go for a Bloodlust, but I haven't really done a lot of testing just because it's a tank. So for most situations, I just slap a Goddess's Grace if I want him to do damage. That's it. Awakening wise, he is pretty solid. His A1 specifically is actually surprisingly interesting because that means that basically once every minute, a little bit over a minute, but once every minute he can just decide that he's unkillable for, what is it? How long was that? For 15 seconds. So that's pretty damn good. Then the rest, just it's the usual Lord stuff, and it doesn't really matter in the sense that this is a Lord, so not many people either want to or will try. I mean, it's a Lord. No one's. Some people are burning this bunch, but if you're watching my videos, you're probably not. So his awakenings are nice, but I wouldn't necessarily try to go for them. There are plenty of more interesting ancient characters to go for on banners. I wouldn't go out of my way for Ghan. But overall, Ghan is a very good champ to get. There's really no question there. He is a very solid overall champion in the game. So yeah, cheers. Have a nice one.